Gervonta "Tank" Davis has always carried an energy that feels inevitable, like a storm that knows exactly where it's going to hit. But this time, his storm has found an unexpected target. As the countdown to his explosive clash with Jake Paul continues, the air around both camps feels electric. Davis isn't just training, he's manifesting. "I've seen it in my vision," he told his team, his voice steady with conviction. "I'm sleeping this guy. I'm going to create the most viral knockout ever." For Tank, this isn't just another fight. It's a prophecy. For Jake Paul, it's a chance to prove he belongs among real fighters. The build-up has been nothing short of cinematic. Inside Tank's gym, every sparring session feels like a scene from a movie. His team shouts, cameras roll, and his opponents, sometimes heavyweights, walk away bruised and humbled. "This what we need," one trainer yells as Tank's gloves crack against pads. "Warm him up." Another laughs, "I got the 8-year-olds in there." The energy is chaotic, confident, and dangerous. Everyone can feel it. Tank's camp is daring the universe to doubt him, and Jake Paul seems all too eager to play the villain in this story. When Jake Paul claimed he'd knocked Gervonta Davis out in 3 rounds, the internet erupted. Tank didn't respond with words, he responded with fire. The quiet confidence in his demeanor turned into something sharper, colder. Suddenly, this wasn't just an exhibition, it was personal. Analysts immediately started dissecting what a loss could mean for Tank's legacy. After all, he's not just any boxer. He's a 3-division world champion, a 4-time title holder, a man who's carved his name into boxing history through pure talent and discipline. If Jake Paul were to beat him, or worse, knock him out, it wouldn't just be an upset. It would be an earthquake. Critics argue it would stain Tank's reputation forever. But supporters see the opposite. A challenge that, if conquered, could immortalize him. Because if Davis can overcome the weight, reach, and size difference to defeat a fighter like Jake Paul, it would be one of the most unforgettable moments in boxing history. It wouldn't just be a victory, it would be a statement that greatness isn't measured in pounds, but in heart. Analysts like Chris Mannix and Sergio Mora have debated the stakes endlessly. "Tank's got more to lose," one said bluntly. "He's the bona fide world champion. Jake's the entertainer. One loss for Jake? He shrugs it off. But if Tank gets dropped, even once, it changes everything." Another chimed in, "He's used to being the bigger man in spirit, but not in frame. When you're a lightweight and you're cornered by a heavyweight, clinching won't save you. You can't just slip out. You've got nowhere to go." Still, there's another side to this story. Some voices in the boxing world have criticized Tank's career trajectory, arguing that his team has handpicked matchups that benefited business more than the sport itself. "He was manufactured to benefit boxing," one commentator said. "But I don't think he has. He's heard it. So now he's being rewarded again. For what?" Yet, even his critics can't deny his skill. Gervonta Davis isn't a name that needs validation. He's already proven his worth. Jake Paul, however, is treating this fight like destiny. In every interview, his words drip with obsession. "I've seen it in my manifestation," he insists. "I'm sleeping this guy and creating the most viral knockout ever." His confidence borders on delusion, but that's exactly what makes him dangerous. For Jake, this isn't just a match. It's a legacy-making opportunity. If he knocks out Tank Davis, even in an exhibition, his name won't just echo through YouTube. It'll echo through boxing history. He's betting everything on a single moment. Jake's business partner and co-founder of Most Valuable Promotions, Nakisa Bidarian, sees it differently. "People act like this came out of nowhere," he said. It didn't. Jake's wanted this fight for years. And Tank? He's been calling Jake out since before Canelo was even an option. When the Canelo-Alvarez deal fell through, all roads led to Gervonta Davis. Bidarian revealed that the bout will be as real gets, even if it's officially called an exhibition. "This isn't for fun," he emphasized. "It's for history. And the money? It's astronomical. Jake Paul's fights always are. Millions are guaranteed on both sides." Journalist Gareth A. Davies called it a circus, yet admitted, "Everybody in boxing knows they're walking away with millions of greenbacks." Still, Davies didn't hold back his criticism. It's another example of boxing prioritizing spectacle over substance. There's an 8-inch height difference, nearly 70 pounds between them. It's not fair. It's not real competition. It's entertainment dressed up as sport. Daniel Cormier, former UFC champion, couldn't believe it when he first heard the matchup. I said, "You're lying." Tank Davis, the 135-pounder, he recalled, laughing in disbelief. But even Cormier admitted he'd watch it. You want to talk about Jake Paul fighting a real boxer? That's a real boxer. Tank's 30-1. He's the truth. Jake's just much bigger. But if Tank wins, man, that erases everything Jake's done. Cormier's reaction captured the world's conflicted curiosity. No one can look away. Meanwhile, KSI, Jake's longtime rival, had his own criticism. He accused Jake of turning boxing into pure spectacle. "He's ruining influencer boxing," KSI said in a video. "People just believe anything he says. It's hype over skill. It's showmanship over substance." To him, this fight represents the blurring of lines between real combat and viral marketing. And yet, that's exactly why it's working. Everyone's talking. Everyone's watching. Inside the boxing world, opinions remain split. Fighters like Rolando "Raleigh" Romero have defended Tank's decision, saying a single exhibition won't tarnish his legacy. "You can't take anything away from him," Romero said. "He's a 3-division world champ. He's earned everything. You can't be mad at someone for doing what's best for them." To Romero, Tank doesn't need to prove himself to anyone. The legacy is already written in gold. Whether Jake Paul wins or not, Davis remains one of the sport's most accomplished champions. Still, Romero admits the danger is real. Jake's big, man. Too big for him maybe. But Tank might crack him too. You don't know. It's boxing. Anything can happen. That uncertainty, the mystery of what happens when elite skill meets brute size, is what makes this fight so compelling. Even hardcore fans who once dismissed it can't deny they'll be watching when the lights go down in Atlanta. Behind the confidence, Tank himself has admitted what worries him. In a recent interview, he spoke candidly, "I gotta test his power. Gotta test his reach, his size, the way he moves. I never been in the ring with Jake, so I don't know. I gotta adapt as I go." It's rare honesty from a man who rarely shows fear. He knows that Paul's power is legitimate, and he's preparing accordingly. The respect in his tone says everything. Bidarian insists Jake's size advantage won't decide the fight. "He's bigger, sure," he said. "But Tank's skill is something Jake's never seen before. He's been fighting for over a decade. He's got titles, knockouts, reflexes. He's seen everything. Jake hasn't." Bidarian's confidence echoes Jake's bravado, but behind it lies a real question. What happens when experience collides with ambition? Of course, fans have their own theories. Some accuse Davis of ducking tougher, more dangerous names in his own weight class. Fighters like Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. "He's chasing money, not challenges," one critic ranted online. "When we look back at his resume, we're not gonna say he was the best. We're gonna say he played it safe." But even that argument doesn't hold up under scrutiny. Davis's career is a highlight reel of knockouts and domination. He's earned every belt, every headline, every ounce of respect. Jake Paul, on the other hand, isn't chasing belts. He's chasing immortality. "They'll never give me credit until I have the World Championship belt," he admitted. "But that's okay. Belts collect dust. What I've done can't be replicated. I brought millions of new fans to boxing. I made history. The credit's in my bank account." It's the kind of swagger that infuriates purists but captivates audiences. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul understands one truth. In the era of viral fame, perception is everything. Now the question is yours. Is Jake Paul walking into his greatest victory or his final humbling? And will Tank Davis deliver the viral knockout he's seen in his visions? Or will those visions turn into a nightmare that haunts boxing forever?